The neonatal intensive care unit at McLeod Children's Hospital is a miracle to a lot of area families. They've got a miracle of their own. Find out what it's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at the Conway Area Chamber of Commerce on 203 Main Street at the foot of the bridge in historic downtown Conway. We're focused on the McLeod Health's Children's Miracle Network Telethon. And we're visiting with the development coordinator, the McLeod Health Foundation, Susan Swink Nettles. Good morning, Susan.
Good morning, Greg. Nice to see you.
Thanks so much for coming in early on a Monday morning. Great way to kick off the week.
Oh, absolutely. This is great. Beautiful facility.
Oh, isn't this great? Is this the first time you've been in here? I wish viewers could see the lobby in here.
It is. This mural is stunning.
The magnificent ceiling about kicking off Kingston Township and then the first settlers coming to the area. And the ceiling really lays it all out. It's magnificent.
People should come in and visit.
They should. They should. They were kind enough to let us in a little earlier before they open up. But we've got a great week tomorrow. A nationally known motivational speaker actually lives in the area, Donna Tyson.
I've heard of Donna Tyson.
She's a very popular gal and used to own a local establishment in the Myrtle Beach area. And Steve Robertson, the president of Waccamaw Publishers, will be with us on Wednesday and Thursday, which will be great, highlighting his 4 publications in the area. And then later in the week, the president and CEO here on Friday of the Conway Area Chamber of Commerce. But it's great to kick off the week with you, and of course, with your deep ties to the PD area and now to the Strand as well. You really cover our viewing area better than anybody.
I know the area.
Yes, yes, you do. Do you go back and forth between the PD and the Strand now, or are you principally based right here on the Strand?
I'm staying in Murrells Inlet now.
Good.
Been here about a year.
Great, yes. What prompted the move to Murrells Inlet?
I needed a change, and I've been a weekend resident of Murrells Inlet for a number of years, and everything just worked out for me to come down here and live, and I just love it.
Murrells Inlet's special, isn't it?
It really is. My folks live in Murrells Inlet.
Is that right? Yeah, yeah.
So it's nice to be near them.
Oh, it is a great area. We had a guest on with us, golly, about 3 or 4 months ago who moves. He and his wife and father moved down to Murrells Inlet for half the year. They stay down there through the summer and just love it.
Oh, yeah. It's a great place. It's so quiet, but yet there's a lot of activity if you want to go out and have a nice dinner, be with friends, sit at some of the restaurants and just watch, the sun setting out over the marsh is incredible.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I can see why a lot of folks from the PD and particularly from Marion County have found Murrells Inlet as their place away from home. But a lot of folks from the PD come down this. You said 30 years you've been coming down here.
Yes. And that's all I'm admitting to.
Yeah, that's right. What first got you involved with the McLeod Health Foundation and your interest in the CMN?
Well, I worked with the hospital a number of years ago with the foundation, and the opportunity came up that the foundation wanted to explore having a presence in Horry County.
Right.
So they found out I was down here, and it just became a real natural fit with my knowledge base of what goes on with the foundation, with the Children's Hospital, the mechanics and fundraising efforts, that sort of thing.
Sure.
So with my experience and my gift of gab.
Yeah, 7 a.m. You're kicking the week off for us.
Yeah. It was a natural fit, and so we've been working on this, getting me involved with more civic organizations down here.
Good.
Calling on different businesses that are part of the national sponsor environment, like Walmart's and Sam's, Kroger's, Food Lions, Scotchman's. Dairy Queen, all these folks represent, they are the local frontline folks for national sponsorship money that comes in for CMN. So they are supported corporately from Dairy Queen corporate headquarters, and they'll get their materials like their miracle balloons, and you've probably seen these out in the stores.
McLeod Children's Hospital, the choice for medical excellence.
That's right. Some of the companies will actually have their special logo on there. Maybe not Eckerd's anymore. Rite Aid, thank you. They'll have their own special logo on there. But when you see these out for $1, if somebody asks you to buy one of these for $1, please do, because it does help support what goes on at the McLeod Children's Hospital. Every dollar that we raise helps to buy equipment to help save babies' lives and make the children's lives, give them a more quality life.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of children in need, aren't there? In the PD and throughout, I think you said earlier this morning, a 12-county region that this children's hospital serves.
Yeah, 12 counties, and that covers about, it's more than 1 million.
Is that
people,
right? Yeah.
Population, more than 1 million. I want to think it's like 1.3 million, but don't quote me on that.
Right.
That'll be between you and me.
Yeah, well, and all of our viewers, there we go, yeah. A lot of folks are served, no matter what.
Absolutely.
A lot of folks are served.
And from that, out of that number comes about 26,000 children a year who are served in the Children's Hospital itself.
Oh, boy.
And about 400 from Horry County.
Good. That's a good number to share. So 26,000 total. And,
from all those 12 counties,
right.
And then 400 from Horry County, maybe as much as 500 this past year.
Right, travel up there. And of course, there's a principal location in the heart of Florence.
Right, but you mentioning the traveling,
Right.
The Children's Hospital ambulance.
Oh, great.
That was first funded by the foundation, and the foundation keeps funding that. It was a project that was presented to the foundation that was a need years ago. Foundation raised the money specifically for that ambulance. It's equipped with all the little, I wish I had a tiny blood pressure cuff. They are so little, as you can imagine, on these premature babies and little tiny children. They're so tiny. But I did bring a diaper. Anyway, the ambulance is equipped with everything. It's like a neonatal intensive care unit on wheels. From the time that baby is picked up, let's say in Cherry Grove, and transported all the way back to McLeod. And here's something else that I've recently learned that makes sense to me. I should have known this much sooner. But the ambulance also transports the babies back to their home.
Is that right? After they're in much better shape?
Yes.
That's great.
And this is one of the little diapers that's used in NICU. And it's just so tiny. And here's the little beanie baby.
When you say NICU, just for viewers who may not be familiar, that stands for?
Neonatal Intensive Care Unit.
Good, yes.
And so you see how tiny it is. This is just a little beanie baby.
They're actual babies that wear this size diaper.
Yes, and you see it's... And if you can imagine, some of the babies at 26 weeks may be smaller than this. So this becomes a huge item on their little bodies.
I have seen these diapers before with guests from the March of Dimes on, or rings that would go all the way up to the shoulder blade, and I'm sure it's showing those examples. To think about that going all the way up the arm. It's a powerful symbol of what all happens in the neonatal intensive care unit there at McLeod, which is one of the few NICUs in our viewing area.
Right. What do y'all? Well, it may be the only one.
I mean, the only one.
Yeah, there are 4. Well, I will say this: there are 4 CMN hospitals, Children's Miracle Network hospitals in South Carolina. There's Greenville, Columbia, Charleston, and Florence.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was one in our viewing area in North Carolina, in Laurinburg or in Lumberton, or nothing up in Columbus.
These are regional,
or Brunswick counties,
maybe in the regional medical centers, and the money is raised through Children's Miracle Network to specifically benefit these hospitals, so that this extra equipment can be purchased. And donors like the Food Lions and the Krogers and the Walmarts and Sam's, they collectively raise all this money. And then you'll see on the national telethon the big checks being given to, where Marie Osmond is in Orlando. But that represents everything that's been collected. That's a representation of all the Walmarts nationwide and in Canada.
They're the largest donor.
I think they are. I think they are. But what you see locally on our telethon is what those specific Walmarts have raised: 4, 5, 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. And believe me, those folks work so hard
Yeah.
My gosh, and they're so proud of what
Oh
they
yeah,
do.
yeah. We were
So
with one of
proud.
the managers of the Briarcliff store, Jackie Thompson, and to hear just his store alone, within this viewing area, there's probably 15 or 16 Walmarts, but his store alone really pounding it
There are only
out
6.
to bring those in our viewing area. There's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
many,
Yes.
many more.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there's 15.
Viewing
or-
area.
Yes, absolutely. We, as you know, an 8-county minimum viewing area here, and of
okay.
course, a lot of our viewers step out and have been hearing about the Children's Miracle Network year after year. Share with viewers a little bit about the history behind it and what prompted CMN to get rolling.
Well, I can't give you a deep history on it,
Oh,
but
yeah,
I can
no,
give you
that's-
the concept and
Right.
what they actually do. The Children's Miracle Network is a network, represents a network of hospitals throughout the United States and Canada that are under this umbrella, CMN
Right.
umbrella,
Right.
that they all work together to raise this money, and they have national levels of marketing, support, just like the Sam's Club can call into their national CMN hotline and get
Great.
fundraising ideas and just different materials that they
Sure,
might need.
sure.
Plus they call us at McLeod to
Oh, yeah.
get other types of materials. Like I carry a supply of miracle balloons.
Yeah, yes. And folks
I
can
carry
still
supply
buy
of
those
those.
now. They can buy them year round.
Oh,
whether
they
the
can buy them
telethon's
year
going.
round.
Good.
And you might not have, this might not be your local hospital that you're supporting,
Right.
but it's just $1. It's just $1.
Sure. Folks who buy 10 though, right? 20,
Yeah, sure.
50?
Well, yeah, sure,
100.
100. We've had
Buy a
some folks buy
truckload.
100,
Good.
and it's great. And then some of the restaurants and businesses will have you put your name on there. It's
Good,
fun.
yes. Banks do that.
But this is such an easy thing for businesses to do to get involved, is to sell the miracle balloons for us. I mean, my little miracle balloon kit consists of a nice stack of miracle balloons and
Right.
a canister to go on the counter.
Good.
And contact information, and
Right.
I just do a little spiel to their employees to tell them, it's all about the ask.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't ask, nobody knows.
No, of course, sure. Speaking of that, if a viewer wanted to learn more about McLeod Health or about the Children's Miracle Network, what's the best way for them to get some information if they need to get off to work now or get family out of the house? What's the best way to learn more about CMN?
Okay, Greg, they can call 843
Right.
777-2694
Okay.
to reach the foundation office, the McLeod Foundation office.
Good.
Or they can go to www.mcleodhealth.org
Right.
and click on the CMN icon.
Okay,
And they
very
can give
easy.
online. Yeah, very simple.
Great information there. Can viewers make donations online?
Oh, yes, that CMN icon when they
Right.
get right there.
That's wonderful. I'm sure that's a secure site, and a lot of folks probably
yeah.
use that for
Absolutely.
donations, making donations. How did the campaign turn out this year? Susan, did all of a successful campaign here in the area?
It was a very good year. We did
Really?
$868,000.
Oh, come on.
Woohoo!
That's tremendous, yes.
It was great. It's about 120,000 more than last year.
120,000 more
Yeah.
than that's amazing.
It has been wonderful. So we had a great response from the community, and I just have to give a big shout out to all of our local sponsors who were so generous in raising the money. We really appreciate it so much.
I think you've got some of those local sponsors on the back of. I know you wanted to give me this T-shirt here that you mentioned. There are. Seems like I saw somebody. Maybe there was a WBTW logo.
Well, we have a
on there,
WB.
which is
Yeah,
very important.
Channel
Yeah.
13
Sure.
worked with us on the
News
telethon.
Channel 13, yes.
And they were great. Their staff and their talent they were just wonderful.
Oh,
Been
yeah.
working with them for a number of years, and they do a real good job of encouraging folks to call.
Right, year
and
after
talking
year.
about the miracle children that are brought to the telethon. So it's been a very positive experience this year, and we Hard Rock Theme Park hosted us this year.
Is that right?
Oh my gosh!
What was that all about? And so it was over how many hours? Just break it down if viewers were not around or tuning in to TV 13 over that time.
We went on the air 2 Saturdays ago at 4 o'clock, and we're on the air till after 1.
1 a.m.?
I mean, after 12.
After
12.
midnight. Okay, so a straight 8-hour shot. Yeah.
Yes, with no commercial breaks.
Good.
So
wow.
they know that is part of their donation to us.
That is
that
tremendous
time.
on a Saturday to give that much inventory. I mean, that much time period to
Yes.
an 8-hour to any nonprofit. That is wonderful.
Of course, it's a very positive experience for anybody who even, is able to attend the telethon just to watch for a few minutes. And Hard Rock, oh my gosh, they just did such a great job of hosting us.
Right.
We
right.
had all the employees that we came in contact with were just wonderful. And the park is amazing. You've got to go to the
Viewers
park.
need to go there.
You need to go there.
HardRockPark.com. Great
Yes,
information.
yes.
HardRockPark.com.
And they got-
Or just to give them a call.
I think
to
it's
236 Rock.
hardrockpark.com. They actually, I was looking at their website. I get their little e-newsletter.
Oh, yeah.
They just lowered the rates for locals.
Is that right? Good.
And
to
they're
what?
So I'll give them a big pitch
Yeah.
to Hard Rock.
I think is it the $39 for folks
38
in
or 39.
North and South Carolina?
Yeah.
That is tremendous.
And then there's a big service industry promotion coming up
Yeah.
very soon.
The HIP thing, HIT or HIP on Tuesday nights.
Oh, okay. You're more in tune than
Oh
I am.
yeah, no, I've
I'll
seen
have to
some
read
of those
my-
ads in the Herald. That's
Oh,
right. So
yeah.
nice. HardRockPark.com. They've got great information, and they do need to get folks out there. And surely they stepped out to give back to the Children's Miracle Network.
Yes, and we are expecting, we're hoping to have more partnership with them. So
Good.
that's their.
What is the age of the children that are oftentimes housed there
Well-
at the entire Children's, McLeod Health, the facility
Children's
there?
Hospital.
Right.
Really, pre-born, the NICU, neonatal intensive care, up to 16, about
Up to 16.
We've got cardiologists and orthopedists, and there was another
Right.
specialist who
Lots
worked.
of tremendous
Yes,
specialists here
tremendous
in the area.
specialists. We have over 200 staff that work there. 200 beds that are
many.
dedicated to the Children's Hospital.
You've been there many times, Susan.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, I
Right,
have.
Right.
Yep.
For
I
folks
have.
who may have never visited, what would they experience visiting it? Or is it, as you said, there's all ages there?
Yeah,
so-
well, the environment is very, very child-friendly. Little ladybugs on the floors, and in the children's rooms there are stars
Great.
glued to the ceiling, so when you turn off the light, the stars glow.
Right.
Bright, happy colors. There is a Child Life Activity Center, which is a wonderful place, and a lot of the toys and equipment and the foosball and that sort of thing, they were purchased through gifts from Children's Miracle Network.
Right,
The
good.
fundraisers that we've had, and sometimes we will the needs are specifically identified, and we raise the money specifically for those projects. Anyway, within the confines of the Child Life Activity Center,
Right.
no medicine is administered,
Really?
no shots, no blood pressure is taken. It's their safe zone. If they have to have their medication or any of that done, they are
Right.
taken out of the Child Life Activity Center, because that's their safety downtime zone. Because if a child's been in the hospital for a long time, it's really, it's wearing on them, it's wearing on their parents. So,
Oh, yeah. And there truly are tons of special needs of many of the children in there.
it runs the gamut. Absolutely does.
What do you think prompted your original involvement there, Susan, that got you? Had you had heard about it early on, about the children's health facility there?
Well, I went to work with the foundation years ago and realized that I was in a wonderful place. Foundation, I've always had a fond affection for McLeod. Both my children were born there.
Right.
And it's just always been our family's hospital of choice.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just always been that connection. But it's a special place to be. There are a lot of special folks still there. I don't get to see those folks I used to work with years ago, but
Right.
they're there. I know they'll be there a lot longer than I will.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're dedicated. A lot of dedicated folks.
Are you a Palmetto State native,
Yes.
Susan? You
Yes.
are. That's great.
Born and raised here in Darlington.
In the PD?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So that you truly have been around this viewing area a long time and visiting this area. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. What is it about the area you love so much to have never left?
Well, to tell you the truth, I've given a lot of thought to that because of my other job.
Right.
And it's about making a choice of where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've left the area a couple of times,
Right.
you know, when I was younger. But then I always chose to move back here. It's the people, it's the weather. We have 4 seasons.
Oh yeah.
We, you know, every now and then we might get a little sprinkling of snow, and that just excites my senses.
Right.
It's just, and you just can't. The people here are so nice. I think that's basically it. People here care about one another, and that speaks to my heart.
Throughout the state, not just in the PD or not just on the Strand, but throughout, folks really care.
And I tell you another thing about being from mostly the PD, I guess, is the ease of getting from one major area to another. Right. You know, the mountains are 4 hours away. The beach was an hour and a half away. Charleston, 2 hours. Charlotte, 2 hours. Atlanta, 4 hours. I mean, where else are you going to live that has that kind of convenience to travel a little bit?
And the great interstate connections there
Absolutely.
with 20 and 85 and 95, excuse me, and then really having
We're at a
an
crossroads.
A perfect area there.
Yep.
That's wonderful. You mentioned my other job, and I'm sorry, I know this is, of course, focused on CMN, the Children's Miracle Network, but you joined another tremendous profession when you moved to the beach.
Yes, I'm a realtor with the Litchfield Company.
Great, good. Another great reason to live on the south end.
Yes,
there. The
it
Litchfield
is.
Company's got a lot going on right now.
They do, and it's a tremendous company. And I'm very proud to be part of that.
Yeah, yeah. We hear a lot about housing being in the doldrums. Is this something that you're experiencing, Susan?
You know, Greg, let me just say this about that. We've been going through a market correction.
Right.
We have not really seen prices falling that much.
Good.
Because the value is still there.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what people are buying. They're buying the value.
Right.
You can still find some deals, but I would say for the most part, when you're looking at the Litchfield Company and what we have to offer, it's the value. And of course, you know that there just isn't that much beachfront property left.
Right.
So
no,
we're not good. I just don't see the beachfront property being discounted. But it's picking up. And things are selling. People are listing. The houses are selling.
That's
we're
tremendous.
doing okay.
And working for a great company, we see both print ads, billboards, even TV and otherwise, highlighting the Litchfield Company and its tremendous success, selling out some big projects even recently.
Yes.
Continuing to have great success. What prompted you to get into real estate, Susan?
I've been a realtor for 5 years.
Is that right?
And
so you started in the PD?
Yes, and I was looking for a job.
Oh, good answer.
So I thought, well, I'll make my own.
I better do that. That's right. Yeah.
But I've been doing it for 5 years, and just really, it's great for me because it's a great flexibility for my time, and I don't have to, punch a time clock. It gives me an opportunity to meet lots of people and help people. I think real estate is, for me, about helping people solve a problem.
And their problem there is...
Do I want to sell it? How can I sell it? How can I get the best price? Or I need a house. How can I find one? Help. What's the neighborhood like?
It really is oftentimes a very big problem. Folks are trying to figure out what to do.
Yeah. And sometimes you become great friends with your clients, which is a lot of fun,
That's tremendous. Golly, Susan, you go through all those steps and think that how you can make that impact. And it goes on, there's lots of different amalgamations of that, but clearly you're doing it now.
I'm doing it.
That is wonderful. Well, obviously the real focus here on the Children's Miracle Network, we've got just a minute here. As you think about the reason for folks now to think, as the telethon's wrapped up, how can they be involved in continuing to help the Children's Miracle Network? If the telethon is, surely you'll be preparing for next year's telethon. Yes. Is it as simple as having seen some of these in their office or carrying them in their car and letting folks know the children are truly in need?
Could be as simple as that, Greg. It could be as simple as just selling the miracle balloons, putting a change canister on your counter. Good. Or it could be as involved as calling me and asking how you can distribute the miracle balloons and pick up the canisters when they need to be picked up, because all that money's got to be counted.
Right.
It could be even more involved with getting your company or civic organization together for a nice fundraiser.
Great. Yes.
We're coming up in the end of June, 1st of July.
Okay.
The Food Lions are doing something called Grillin' chilling on the grilling, I think
Right.
it is.
Good, good.
So they're doing cookouts, but anything, a street dance, a silent auction, anything like that.
And you're capable and willing to come speak to groups as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely. I was just at a Rotary Club last Friday, sharing with them what we're all about. So we're trying to make an impact in Horry County, and because we do have a lot of donors down here.
Right.
We have a lot of people who live here that we're trying to get to let them know how much we appreciate them.
Yes.
Who've been giving for years, and we do need to touch base with them.
You're doing that right now. Susan, thanks so much for being with us this morning. I'm sorry we've run out of time.
Thanks, Greg.
Absolutely. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with Susan Swink Nettles coming up next. It doesn't take a superhero to help save a life. It doesn't take a superhero to help save a life. But you can be a superhero. Think about it. You can be a part of that by helping children. Support the Children's Miracle Network. Support McLeod Health and all it does day in and day out to make a difference in the lives of so many children here. Give them a call, 843-777-2694, 777-2694. You can go online to www.mcleodhealth.org. Click on the C&M icon there. You can make a donation online. You can read some of the frequently asked questions. You can see pictures of some of the children that are impacted by diseases early in life, that are impacted by debilitating issues that they're faced with very early in their lives. There's a 12-county region here that McLeod's making a difference with every day. Support them. Help them pass. They've raised almost $1 million. Let's make sure they get past that number in 2008. Be a superhero. Support McLeod Health. Susan, thanks so much for being with us this morning.